welcome back. I thought we were done with this. It's I don't know why it stays so chilly in the shop here, in the barn here. Got to get some floor insulation in it. So, anyways, today bonus day off. Might be a bonus week off, but we'll see. See how far we can get on the 50cc extra here. That's what I'm going to be working on tonight. And I'm going to, sorry, that damn, I got to tighten the springs up in that or something. See if I can get this a little better. Yeah, that's not too bad, I guess. So I'm going to be working on, I got the fuselage laid out here, working on the panels here. I'm going to cover, I got my hatches made. I think I showed that in the previous video. Hatches for the bottoms here. So I'm going to go ahead and get these covered. These are all final sanded and everything. And then we'll get them covered, get them installed, get them glued into place here. Going to epoxy them to the side of the fuselage here. No reason for these to come apart. So we're going to do that today. And then, like I said in previous videos, I did get the ignition box for the BME 46. I know I said I was going to convert that over to glow. Still might do that. But from some suggestions on, some guys were saying, you know, keep with the ignition box. Do not put a glow plug in it. It'll work. But it's actually more economical with the CDI box rather than our own glow ignition or spark ignition, rather than glow ignition. So if that makes any sense. So we still might play around with that. Let's get this thing done. Get it in the done column and get it maidened, and then we'll kind of go from there, because they said about a 20% increase in power. So anyways, I'll shoot you on time lapse. I'll fix the camera here real quick, get you zoomed out again, and we'll get covering on these guys and get them installed. Alright, so I got the top and bottoms covered. I left the hatches. I'm not too worried about those. We'll see how much green I got when I get to that point. Come out pretty nice, I would say. And I think where I left off on my last video is I had to cut this thing off. And so I went ahead and did that. You can't hardly even see the seam anymore. And then what I did after the fact was I put it back on the tube here. I hope it'll still fit. Oh yeah, it's a nice snug fit. It might have to, I think I got some epoxy on there. I might have to sand off. But anyways, nice snug fit, as you can see. So anyways, after the fact, I went ahead and I put it back on the tube. I re-protected it with some plastic, And I went ahead and put a couple more layers of fiberglass on there because if you remember right, it was real thin and it wasn't quite big enough to fit in the holes. I did have to sand on it a little bit, get rid of the raised edges here, some of the bumps and stuff to get a nice fit in our fuselage here. As you saw, I got it in there. It's nice and it's snug, but it's not overly tight either. You don't want it to crush down on there. Problem I'm having now is that, you know, this goes here and it won't quite to fit in that one. I need to sand on these just a tad bit more, so excuse me for a second while I get my Dremel. I think I'll go around the other side. I think anyways, there it is. Okay, so we're a little snug here. And that's really impossible to fit in here. This is going to be a lot of test fitting. I don't want to go too big. I think I gotta go, yeah. Trying to make it as oval as I possibly can. There we go. And just a little bit more here. Okay. That's almost a little too snug yet. I think I want to loosen it up real quick. There we go. Huh. Must be bigger on one end than the other. Let's see, it's going to go like this. I hope we got plenty of, it's just getting hung up a little bit down there. There we go. I hope we got plenty of tube here. That would, by the way, I had to start all over again. I'm just doing a dry fit here. And I don't know if you saw it in the time lapse or not, but I did manage to get the, I lined everything up here. Oh, yeah, maybe that's why it won't fit. I'm doing the wrong dang side. Ah, it's been a long day. Okay, there's that. Okay. Let's see how this one, if it'll fit on there. Nope. So what do you guys think of the channel? I do enjoy making content, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. I kind of remember this being a tight fit here. There we go. Ha! Plenty. Just, yeah, good deal. So I got a couple clamps out here. Let's do a dry run of clamping this thing together and see if we got any problems here. Probably want to get on something kind of sturdy here. It ain't got to be tight, it just got to be. I hope it'll reach. Should have raised the fuselage up some. Let's see what we can do on this other end here. Too shallow. What do you think that'll be enough? I got a gap on the top up here. Not much of one. Maybe I can. Oh, might be all I get. Maybe I should put two right on the spar. I don't know that I like that. I almost wonder if I need to get a bit of all thread and pull it, or a really long bolt. What do you guys think? First, I'd like to do this now, not wait for the video to come out. I got just a bit of a gap up here, and I can't. I had the same problem with the Something Extra Twin. Getting enough clamp force on it when I glued the center section together. Let's put it right on the spar. Come on. I just don't want to put too much pressure on it and break something. This is why it's kind of important to do dry runs like this. need one of them big wooden clamps that we had at shop in high school. I think that's my only option is to get, I don't think I have any all thread. I don't know if I moved it inboard and sucked it up that way instead of going all the way out. Would help to bring it up on the. I need to move this pipe box out of my way. I don't think I can go inside with the vise. No, I won't reach. There'd be alright with the. There's that. Shorter ones at. That's the long one. Might have to use the long one there. And maybe I can go to the other side. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Sometimes you just gotta think things through. Just a little gap right there. I don't find that to be a big deal. So this is what I did. If I can get you under here. You can see how I angle both of them to get them. I ain't got much pressure on it. So that's what we're gonna need to do. Yeah, I like it. What do you guys think? And then we're gonna obviously not have enough yellow to do it, so on the wing I'll taper it like I did kind of on there, and then introduce different colors on the top and stripes, and try to match it on the left side. The bottom will probably get all white because I got a lot of white. And then maybe we can come up with some checkerboard or something to do on the bottom. The elevators are, bottom of the stabilizers are already white. So, alright, well I got this set up. I'm going to go ahead and get me a reference line. Like, don't go past this point. This stuff sounds super easy, so I'm just going to sand it down to that chair. So I'm planning on like just gluing all this in at once. The tube can get C8 into place, but this obviously has to get epoxied. And then we'll put left, top, obviously that'll go away once I start sanding, but I'll get it on the okay. There's that one. Over there. And we will transfer our marks. You know how many times this has got me out of trouble trying to remember which side is which. Off top. I think I'm going to open that up a little more. Maybe just sand on this a little bit more. Alright, got it marked. I'm not going to bore you guys with the details. I'm going to do this off camera. I'll just get it down to my line, and you know, obviously we got dihedral and stuff in it, so we'll have to match for that. That's why I put top, because once the angles are in there, then it's going to be set to where it needs to be at, and that'll give me a general idea of where to put it at when I get it back in there. So anyhow, I'm going to shut this off. What I'll do next is I'll get this sanded down. I'll mix up a bunch of 30-minute epoxy. I'll put it all back together, and then figure out what we're going to do next. Alright, I got all that epoxied in. It's already starting to dry. It's a little tacky yet. A little bit of sand in here and there to do. Not bad. I'm just going to let this sit overnight. And then I'll have to sand on that. I'll probably have to run my Dremel in there to get the tube in there. We'll see how all that lines up tomorrow. Should be pretty good there. I had a lot of epoxy left over, so I went ahead and hinged the rudder since I was ready to do that. So that's done. Nice deflection on that. You can still hear it's still tacky. A lot of guys, and it's not a bad idea to oil your hinges, but I never have on the hinge points. All I do is while it's drying is get it, you know, every time I walk past it, just bend it. You know, it won't dry on the hinge points. So anyways, I went ahead and see the mess I made. Went ahead and decided to go ahead and strip the left wing, and found some damage that we're going to have to repair right there. And right there on the end. Can't hardly see. There you go. Okay. I think some mice got into it. We got a hole on this side. So I'll have to repair this. When I opened it up, there was, I don't know if you can still see it, but there was balsa wood all up inside there. So I imagine a mouse got in there and decided to have some balsa breakfast, we'll call it. So anyways, got some cleanup to do, obviously. I stripped it off best as I could. I'll get my my tape out later and heat this up and strip it down the rest of the way, so that way I got some, it's pretty thick balsa. I'll be able to get in here and sand this a little better than what the factory did. You know, and while this doesn't look great, it's not brittle. It's a little bit of water, but I'm not too worried about that part. And it's kind of funny how I preach to you guys to use blocks in your hinges here, so you get most of the pin and balsa, and the factory didn't even do it. So yeah, unless that was a add-on, I'm not sure. I never built one of the Great Plains Extras, you know, so not sure if somebody did that or not. Somebody could have came across and put hinge points in there, and this would have already been covered, so it would have been near impossible to get blocks in there without stripping the wing down. Kind of interesting holes there. So, yeah, got one kind of done. Got the other one to do. This is the one I was concerned about because it did have I did notice a little caving in here in this area. So, we'll probably cut all this out and cut the bottom sheeting out. Just put in new. Just patch it in like we kind of did with the profile knife. So anyways, I'm going to cut this video off here. I'm not sure what's going on tomorrow. My life has been uprooted here recently, so I'm just going to get done what I can as we go. And I think next point I'll keep working on these wings and get them to the point of maybe recovering, so maybe a couple of days on them. And then I can probably, maybe I'll do that if I'm home tomorrow and go ahead and get these elevator halves covered. I did get some reinforcements in there for the hinge points. And that was a weak point in the design. I don't know why, but I just, every time I sanded it or looked at it, funny, it broke. So, reinforce that. Yeah. I think she's starting to look pretty sharp. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one. Later.